Each month, myself and other Irrational Passions members will play through a new game. Modern to retro, obscure to popular. Games we've played before and those we haven't. We'll be hitting checkpoints as we go and discussing our experiences. Play along with us and join in the discussion. This is Video Game Book Club. Welcome, everybody. We are back here on Video Game Book Club, once again torturing ourselves with Sonic 06. Unfortunately, we have lost one of our crew, Logan Wilkinson, who originally said he was going to be on here, tapped out in Crisis City with Sonic, and will no longer be joining us. So it's just Jurge, Jarrett, and I for the remaining, well, for the entire series.
He was never here.
It's true.
Yeah. Can't lose a member if the member never showed up.
It's true. Mm-hmm. I spent $15 on him to get him a game so he couldn't show up. And Jarrett's only here because Logan wanted to do the input crew. So
really I blame this on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is on him. But anyway, yes, we are joined this week with the masochist who picked this game in the first place, Mr. George Cruz. What you reading there, George?
I am reading exciting literature. It's not a Prima strategy guide, but I do like to be informed, and hopefully there are some exciting hints in this instruction manual to help us out here. Apparently, act, boss, and mission stages are collectively called action stages. So,
Does it also tell you the best way to set this game on fire, like the disc?
I don't.
Like,
I
do you
think
use
that would avoid
which
your
accelerant's
warranty.
the best?
I think it says on limitations on warranty on this page here. I think setting it on fire would probably do that. So, yeah.
I don't know why you would want to get a replacement though once you destroy it, but. And joining us as well is victim number 1, Mr. Jarrett Green. Once again, he'll be pushing. So how's it going, dude?
I don't know. This game makes me sweaty.
You're that aroused by it, eh? Interesting.
No, it's more like a stress sweat.
Stress
like a torture sweat, after being waterboarded.
Good to know. Waterboarded. For this checkpoint this week, we decided to play through the rest of Sonic's story and then up through the Sonic encounter with Silver. So let's just run through this. So we leave Crisis City behind and treated to another horribly broken Sonic level and some burned out ruins, which took me longer than I care to admit because I would hit a dash pad and then hit the edge of the wall and just fall down. I
felt really bad playing that part because I, as someone who is trained, I was like, man, this is the most unfair nonsense ever. Holy moly!
Yeah, that was garbage. That was garbage.
Sometimes you're just running and he falls down to the lava, and that's not great.
This is the volcano.
Yes, it's the volcano area.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's not the worst. That's not true, but it's
not the worst, but it's bad.
And like a great example of how there's just holes in that game's design. Like,
I don't know. I still don't know how this game ever made it to actual store shelves.
We get to play as Knuckles in that level, and
which is incredible because it tells you nowhere that he can climb.
Yeah.
You just have to run and you just have to kind of touch a wall.
Come on now.
Or if you played like Sonic Adventure games or something.
They're rebooting this game, right? You don't know these characters then. Or the assumption is they're making this game and you don't know who these people are or what they've done in the past. So this is my first Sonic game for some reason. I don't know Knuckles can climb. There's no demonstration of Knuckles climbing in this game so far. Like, there's not like a cutscene where he's climbing up some shit. So really, I can glide because it expressly tells me that he can glide. I know he can glide, but the game makes an effort to tell me he can glide. Makes no effort to tell me he can climb. But climbing is super important in getting out of that like puzzle room that you're in.
The best thing about the climbing is that sometimes you grab onto a thing and he doesn't want to let go.
Yeah.
Or he like climbs in reverse and you can't move. You can't turn around again.
Yep. As echidnas do, apparently. You know, as is tradition.
Yeah, as is tradition.
As they can't climb, they got a weird penis and they are weird about climbing and direction.
Yeah, apparently they're bad treasure hunters.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, Rogue throwing that shade with her crazy bosom for an anthropomorphic bat. But yeah, After that, we go into Sonic's fight with Iblis, the giant fire worm, which I had my power go out as I was letting the last hit the first time. And then I had to redo it. And I decided, fuck this. So I looked up speedrunning strats. And it actually took me only like a minute and a half to beat this. So it was actually pretty easy.
Yo, you have on the notes here, Scott, that this boss is pretty easy. This is one of the most infuriating. All the bosses in this game are terrible because of the camera. In addition to, like, the camera is horrendous. Sweet Jesus. And I've played this game 3 times, but I was very much not looking forward to this fight specifically.
I didn't think it was that bad. Like, even before I did the speedrun strats, which you just get some rings and then you just jump over the lava. And then your invincibility frames are so long that you can make it to one of the spires with the glowing rock balls that you just hit it and then cause him to instantly jump straight to that and then you hit him. So super easy.
What I didn't recognize is that you don't have to hit all 3. You really you have to hit 1 and then he'll just go attach himself to it.
Again,
yeah, also something they don't explain.
Yeah, they don't tell you that.
I wasted maybe like the first like 3 lives I had just trying to hit all 3, but I never had to do that. And then again, when I realized what I had to do, the fight took like a minute.
Yep. But yes, then Sonic and crew get the Chaos Emerald, and we're able to return to present day or the past from their perspective, and suddenly there's a runaway train with a bomb on it with Elise on there. So you have to open some doors so it doesn't.
Yeah, just a radical train.
Yes. So
this is a bad mission.
Man, I got so fucking lucky. My God, I think this is one of the worst. Well, I don't know. I'll see how you guys feel about it. But I think this is one of the worst Mach speed stages. It's fucking terrible.
Yes.
That's like saying it's the worst kind of cancer. Like, they're all really, really bad.
But he goes so fast, and you have to do so many jumps. And again, jumping is the least safe thing you can do in these sections, because you might just go fucking fly off the boundaries of the level.
And there's no sort of pacing of how to jump, right? Like, almost every time you jump, you have to clear something, but you're almost definitely going to hit something else. Like, there's no, like, the first big jump you have to make is over 2, like, trains that are moving in different directions. And, like, you'll miss one, but you're definitely hitting the other. And, like, there's really no way to stop it. And, like, it winds into, like, a series of speed ramps with giant gaps in between them that you can't see at all until right after you, like, we get over the hill, like, right before it. So you can just miss it completely and just run into a wall and, like, don't go, and then fall into, like, the waterfall and die. Like, and this is right in the beginning of the mission. You can just do that until you run into life and do the whole thing over again.
And then it's introduced that, you got a time limit after this Mach speeds. That you got a limit. You got to get to the train. There's no indicator how far the train along is.
Nope, you just got to do it. You just got to go fast.
You just got to go fast.
And then you have to dodge bombs that it's apparently dropping off at you.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just dropping, like, it's not only a train with a bomb rigged to it. It also just has bombs as cargo.
Yeah. Because why not? Why not? Why not, George, right? Is this train explained at all in any of the other playthroughs?
I don't think the train is actually explained. No, I don't think it is.
And how does Robotic have, like, this incredible railway system that no one has, like, thought of, like, sending authorities after? Like, he can just roll up into town and steal shit and just leave on his train that comes to town.
They're too busy. You have to solve my riddle. Who's the actual lieutenant? They're too busy doing that.
It was me the whole time. Aren't I clever? Oh, you fucking asshole.
And people are like, yo, he's on the train. You should go get him. And you're like, bro, like, I just came back from the future. Like, nobody else can handle this.
Man, pretty much. But you're a hedgehog that has to go fast. So you're obviously the best animal for the job.
Also, there's an incredible amount of, like, anthropomorphic animals in this game, but there's still, like, a small percentage of the people in this game that is humans, and they all take this very well.
Oh yeah.
Like Sonic and Tails, and there's like a Silver Sonic running around using brain powers and shit, and there's like a really goth Sonic, and then there's a bat that talks, and like
there's a
cat lady,
desaturated
and
black
like a bunny
Sonic
thing, and they're all just chilling, and everyone just treats them like normal people. Very progressive town.
Very quick to accept them too, because as far as I kind of took it from the beginning cutscenes, like they're all new to the world or this area.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because no one knows these people until
Yeah.
Sonic shows up, and the
It's
cutscene.
like, I think I'd probably trip out a little bit if I just saw a giant blue creature running around.
I mean,
I know I freaked
there's
out the first
Sonic
time I
Man.
saw the Sonic live action movie.
Did you guys meet Sonic Man yet in the open world area in the Soliana area?
Yeah, he's wearing like a sweet helmet.
Yeah, that's the only guy.
Did you guys meet the dead guy sitting at the picnic table?
No.
He's like on a roof ledge or like on a balcony or something on a higher up building, and he's just keeled over on a picnic table. There's no door or anything to get to him. I just flew up there during
That's
the
why he
Tails
died.
segment, and he's
He
just
bounced up one of those bounce pads, got up to the roof, and was like, "Fuck, I can't get down. I guess I'm
yeah.
gonna
He
die."
didn't have Sonic to come up and rescue him like that little girl.
It's either the princess or me.
We're like either the princess or Amy, according to that test of love.
Well, yeah. What a.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. What a
Yeah,
fucking
we'll get to that.
stupid. That might be the dumbest thing to happen in this game so
Yeah.
far. We'll get to
Yeah.
that in a second.
But yeah, Sonic and crew get the Chaos Emerald, go back in time, we stop the bomb, we rescue Elise, get to fight a giant machine thing. Then we have to rescue Elise and run through a jungle using her bubble powers to run on water.
The jungle, by the way, is my least favorite.
Really?
Those stupid
How
fucking
is that
vines,
bad?
dude. They're like when the vine glows, you can let go, I guess, and then it'll throw you.
Yeah, the timing on those was
distances,
totally
But the timing is the
wrong.
worst because it glows
Listen,
the entire
man.
time you touch it. So like
I've
when the
played
fuck?
Kingdom Hearts. I've played worse jungle levels.
No,
I don't
there's
know.
No jungle level worse in this game. That's not true.
Kingdom Hearts jungle
Yeah,
is
probably.
not as bad as Sonic 06 jungle.
Ooh, contentious.
But yeah, then you have to run on some water and skip most of the second part of the level. You just run to the left on water, and then boom, you're at the end of the level. So that was pretty easy.
Maybe we should start a Twitter poll on what's worse, the fucking Sonic 06 goddamn jungle level or the Kingdom Hearts jungle
Yeah,
level.
you should. That would be good.
let's
Silver
do this.
comes out and attacks Sonic again because of course he does. Eggman kidnaps Elise again in the same general way he kidnapped her earlier. And this time Sonic is saved by Shadow. So ooh.
Yes. But Silver catches up to us, and Shadow saves the day.
It's kind of incredible how like bad Sonic is at keeping her safe.
It's
Yeah.
like, I don't expect quality from this game, but like, it's ridiculous. Like, how many times could she get taken? Holy shit!
Taken right behind his back, like he puts her down, and
Yeah.
then some other hedgehog comes with some beef, and then since they're both arguing with each other, Robotic shows up with like robot arms and just takes her again.
Well, what I don't get is if this whole thing happened because she died, you'd think that, you know, Silver would be a bit more bothered by her being kidnapped by this giant menacing monster like Robot. She'd be like, oh man, maybe I have it all wrong. Nah, I'm gonna fight a blue hedgehog.
Nobody
But-
here knows shit about what
Yeah.
they're doing and what they're doing here.
Yeah.
For the most.
But yep, now you get to control Tails because why not?
Yeah, is this the one where we go back to fucking Wave
Yeah.
Ocean for some goddamn
Yep.
reason?
And can I
Why?
just say, running around the city as Tails with that super annoying sound effect constantly playing of his tails. It's like, oh my god, just shoot Tails now. And I didn't know where to go, so I just kept trying to find where to go.
I got to the first area.
And it just kept playing over and over and over.
For some goddamn reason. And you gotta like make a jump, like, so there's like the area like when you're about to get to the whale part where like there's a huge like the tippy top point of a roller coaster, and with Sonic you just bounce pad on there, but it doesn't look like you can make the fucking fly over there, and there is like a boundary box, like a smidge. If you land on the water a little bit, Tails will just fucking die. I don't know if this happened to you at all, but man.
Not specifically in this moment, but plenty of other times during my playthrough of this game.
And when he dies, he just goes, oh! It's fucking ridiculous.
He sure does.
Yep, that's accurate. Even when you're not controlling him. Like when Tails was trying to follow us to Wave Ocean the first time, he just kept falling in the water.
I don't believe I didn't have much of a problem with this playthrough of that.
Yeah.
Just flying over problems that you would have to run on.
Oh yeah, totally.
With Tails
Yeah.
is like just way easier.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the worst stage by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, we got
it's
his
not a
fake
good
ring
stage,
bombs
but-
because fake ring bombs.
Obviously.
Best
But
invention.
like none of these Tails missions are really any good because they don't take into account his flight all that well. I don't think. It's kind of like every obstacle is like how long of a jump you can make, not really trying to find any clever way to use this flight. Not that there are as many ways to use it because it's also just poorly designed flight, but at least I guess to the Sonic level's credit, there's always ways to make him run fast or opportunities for him to be homing, shotting on things or like bouncing off of shit. I mean, it's all broken too
Yeah.
because they try to do too much and then you just bounce into oblivion. But
Oh no, guys! I just made a realization.
oh no.
I don't know if I was clear enough with the checkpoint because I'm looking at our notes here, and there's quite a bit missing.
No, I just
you-
didn't add it
Okay,
yet.
okay.
But no, I know
Sure.
we played up through the Sonic encounter with Silver.
Okay, cool. I was making sure because we do encounter Silver before that. Like we get a taste of what Silver is all about.
It's true,
if you
randomly
lose your
because
sight-
suddenly,
Yes. I'm jumping ahead.
yes.
We're missing the test of love and the test of strength and the
and
test
courage, intelligence, and love to open the
Oh,
gate
man.
to the ancient castle because reasons, and just
That's all
random.
that everyone's standing next to it seems like. Everyone knows where this gate is.
So, folks, so are we at the point of the test of whatever the hell? Now, I think that's about.
Well,
it,
after
right?
the jungle, Silver and Sonic or Shadow saves you, and you go back to
Yeah.
the capital, and then he has to like unlock Tails has to go through the Wave Ocean for some reason and
Right.
unlock something for you or handle something while you're gone, and then you go to the you have to do like a town mission I think to get the direction to go find the
To
test,
do the tests to enter the castle.
and then you go
Yes.
to the test.
There's like the one NPC that got voice acting. Is this the one where we get the one NPC who has voice acting?
Well, I
Or
think
am
there's like a handful of them with orange exclamation points that have voices. There's like 3 of them. I don't really know like why there's only 3.
And can I just say, I think it's stupid how the final zone, which we'll get to, is behind. It's behind gates that you can't get through, but right above that area, like on the wall, are wide open windows. Like just window panels. There's no window actually in them. It's just open.
Just an open
They're
window.
just open. Of course, you can't go through them, even though they're clearly like 2 times as big as Tails or
The
Sonic.
City of Water is just so beautiful. We don't have to close our windows here.
Yeah. We don't have to even install windows.
Yeah,
Too
we just let
close.
the sea breeze blow directly into my house.
Best way to make sea
And
salt ice cream.
robbers. And there's really no secret or surprise then why motherfuckers keep getting kidnapped.
No. But yeah, so we get to go through a really fun portal segment where we have to go through portals to get to the end. That's intelligence.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not even a puzzle. Like,
Oh my god, I hate this thing so much. This is the one where I was like, fuck, I made a grand mistake. Why am I doing this?
how will
You're
you
just
ever
now
supposed to
realizing
figure
you've
that
made a
out?
mistake.
Besides just trying
Yeah,
every option.
Worst.
Like there are no hints.
Yeah.
You just
You're
kind of gotta
like-
jump in one and be like, whatever.
And you just jump into fucking portals with no rhyme or reason, and the camera just disorientates you, like puts you in a different direction. I'm like, did I come from that portal or this portal?
Yeah.
I think I was one to the slightly to the left. I think I tried. Let's try the one slightly to the front of me. I don't fucking know. Oh,
And
that's
God
in the
forbid
back.
you
Right.
like break one of the boxes, then you're really fucked.
And there's no like real sound effect I noticed that indicates that you actually teleport somewhere new, and it's not the camera just flipping out like it would on,
Yes,
a
exactly.
bridge or running or jumping.
Yeah, you're just kind of like
Or-
floating in the soundless space, or not soundless completely, but just like background music just playing
Yeah.
loud as fuck.
Boom, 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 boom.
And I think it's one of these scenes in this like area where the monologue or like a dialogue between two characters is like completely overruns like or completely overrun by the background music. Like they don't even balance it at all. They're like whatever. Like you have subtitles, just read it.
Yeah. And then we get a destroy all robots or destroy all enemies without having any rings. That wasn't too bad.
No, that wasn't too bad. It's just
Uh-huh.
more like fucking whatever.
Yeah. So you do that, and then you get into the ancient castle place where you're like getting picked up by giant eagles.
You
And
forgot the test of love.
oh, right. You have to pick between Amy and Elise.
You get teleported to a giant black box
Yeah.
of the area. We're like, there's nothing here.
That's the best part of this. It's like the most empty room in this game. They're like, fuck, we gotta do something for this. I don't know what to do. All right, well, we have some assets. Just paint the floor, get a skybox, and I don't know what the Sonic low. Going fast. All right, well, you can't choose going fast. So how about this princess who clearly wants to bang him? And like, I don't know, does he love somebody else?
And this is the point where someone was like, okay, so Steve, I got this weird feeling that maybe there's this tension with Sonic and Elise. I don't know if that was a mistake or I don't know. It's like, no. This is what we're doing, man. I thought, what are you talking about? This is it. I was like, okay, fucking choose Amy or the fucking living human girl.
The problem, see, the thing is, they've established this relationship between Sonic and the living human person way better than they established any relationship between Sonic and Amy. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
up until this point, you really only know Amy knows Sonic and has probably got a thing, I guess, for
Yeah,
him.
that's the whole bit that Amy likes Sonic, but Sonic doesn't like Amy.
But
That's the whole
like,
bit.
why would you ever be? I mean, I chose Amy because I was trolling, but why would you ever be compelled to choose Amy if you're reading like the tea leaves? Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Simply because same species, you think?
I do enjoy her fucking little voice line when you choose Amy. That was fun. That was good.
What was it?
It's
I
a
picked
very-
Elise.
It was Sonic, you came. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
Good shit. Good shit.
cool.
It's incredibly like. It's just. This is like. The crown jewel of like the laziness that happened here, or like the just misdirection. Like, I don't know how this happened. Clearly, someone needed a third thing and just like made this up.
Oh my god! It is
And it
the
makes me believe that
entire
there's clearly like something that was written maybe that was just removed.
Rule of
Like,
thirds.
maybe
it's a video
there was
game.
like
There
an
has to be
Amy
3 of it.
Sonic something.
The entire level is just there.
It's literally a box, and they're like, yeah, come into this box.
It's like cool.
Anyways, then we meet our good eagle friend.
Yeah.
And he takes whisks us away.
Eagle bro. And then we meet up with Silver, who suddenly likes us. And so Sonic's just like, okay, cool, whatevs. Let's go. Let's go, bro. And Silver throws some
And the eagle
robots.
has a animation that where feathers like fall off of it as it flies. That's
Yes.
a weird detail for something so bad.
When you can't even give like NPCs like actual face texture and make them. I'm sorry, a lot of the human NPCs look like burn victims. Like it just looked bad. Like it's. Whoa. But yeah,
It's
so
not the-
it's So yep, we go and then start playing through that level. You surf on some streams of water, and then you get to take control of Silver, throwing boxes at things.
This is also one of the longest action stages.
It felt a lot like Crisis City in that regard,
Yes,
because
it's like
both
Crisis
of them
City
are
and this. So,
way too long.
So Kingdom Valley and Crisis City were the first levels shown at press. Kingdom Valley was the first ever area shown of this game, like playable. Like the one where like, we got this day and night system here. We got a great physics engine. You know, we're messing around with it. I don't know. It's gonna be really, really cool. Really excited about it.
And that makes a lot of sense because there's a lot of bullshit in Kingdom Valley that doesn't make any sense. Like, like the Mach speed portion where you're running up walls like over water and shit, like across rainbows and whatnot. Like,
where you're like loop to loops, like with the building and everything. Silver is in here. Like, it is the most like, here's what we want this game to be.
yeah, it's a vertical slice ass level.
I want to give a shout out to someone we haven't given a shout out in this game, and that is the narrator of Sonic 06. I'm a big fan of the narrator. If you use your psychokinesis.
And it's weird that like sometimes it's him telling you the story or telling you how to use things, or it's just the character telling you how to use their shit.
Yeah.
And there's already no rhyme or reason as to why.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things. It's like, oh shit, we needed the voice actor to record.
Yeah, we didn't write these lines when he was here,
well,
so fuck.
Let's just get Dave from accounting to come in and do the his dramatic voice, and we'll go with that.
This is back in the day when people, I guess, still fucking recorded voice lines for each fucking platform. That was impressive.
Remember those days? Back when you have to pay voice actor shit. They got no royalties.
But yeah, this level is long. Holy shit, it's very long. I actually lucked out in the Mach speed. I remember that being one of the but I actually got it in one playthrough, so that was good.
Nice. Yeah, it took me a couple tries, but it wasn't as...
That
It didn't
fucking
make me
jumps.
rage as much as Crisis City.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Why do that?
It's incredibly weird. Like, and like just lots of the... There are parts leading up to that like don't make a whole lot of sense. Like, there are lots of those ring lines you can like hold square and kind of like dash across, but they're long enough where you might jump in the middle of one.
Yes.
So you're not so sure which direction you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll go forward. Sometimes you just go back the way you came, and then just like there's like no way at all to then use the ring line to get back to where you're fucking going. So like,
That's the majesty of Sonic 06. It doesn't know where it's gonna take you either. It's just gonna be like, whatever. It's gonna roll a dice. Some RNG,
So
man.
we're nearing the end of Sonic's playthrough. So before we do that, I wanted to, now that we're introduced with Sonic, Silver the Hedgehog. Holy shit, is Silver the Hedgehog the most like next gen tech fucking showpiece? This is he is sweat tech embodied as a character. Like, check out the Havoc's physics engine, guys. Check out Half-Life 2. What if we made an entire character like that? And just, who cares about, like, RAM allocation? Just grab all the stuff in the world and just throw it and see what happens.
And if you buy the upgrade where he can grab as many things as possible, like, you grab the whole room of shit, and then the game's like, well, I guess I'll see you in 3 minutes.
We're gonna give you a level where you have to put apples into buckets. And we're going to give you all the apples. You're welcome.
Silver's bad.
It's honestly kind of impressive. I'm kind of impressed with how, like, it's so beta because, like, because there's obviously objects that you need to get across to it, like a level. So they just pop in, like they don't even try. Like, it just pops in, like, if it's a tech demo, like, all right, so we're trying out, here's this physics engine we have for Silver the Hedgehog. It's really exciting. If you grab the boxes, you can see that it's throwing him out there, and the boxes just keep reflow. You can see how much space the box is taking. Fucking, it's bad.
I do. Yeah, go ahead.
It's kind of, in a way, it's impressive because literally any projectile can be grabbed and thrown.
It's impressive and
So like missiles coming out of guns, like rocks that are exploded, that are some sort of set piece destruction happened. You can grab some of those boulders if you want.
But the reason you can do it is because there is no like Nobody cared about RAM
limit
allocation.
rules.
It's like,
Yeah, they're like, whatever, just do it. We made a
Do it.
mechanic, just go.
again, like I said, it's very gray box. Like, here's what we think Silver the Hedgehog mechanics are gonna go in play. We'll get someone to see if the consoles can actually handle it. But we're excited about it.
But
Yeah,
whatever.
time traveling psychic hedgehog. Why not? Yeah, they're chuck things.
His face looks like a marijuana leaf. Great.
It does.
I guess so.
Oh, I see that. I can
That's
see
like
that.
perfect over design too. They're like, he's a hedgehog, but like he can't be just a hedgehog.
Yeah.
We already did like the hair thing that flares outwards. We have to make it different. Let's put a giant like eyebrow on his forehead.
But the eyebrow
That'll work.
splits into like 4 different things, so it's very futury because that's what
Yeah.
hedgehogs evolve into.
They
So
evolve
now
in-
we
yeah,
now
cool.
we reached at least, and we saved the day, and it's all good. She's
Uh,
alive and everything's good.
Except she's not because Eggman's ship decides it wants to crash and blow up.
It's a very good scene. He's all like, "Oh shit, this is supposed to happen. We're gonna fucking crash."
And then Sonic's like, no, and he like very angrily pounds on the ground while his eyebrow just comes down to part way, and he looks sad. And then Silver's like, there's still a way. We can just Deus Ex Machina time travel this bitch.
Well,
Which-
fucking shit, man.
Which it's like, why couldn't we just do that? At the
like,
beginning.
You could have had this conversation that when you should have fucked me up in town. But whatever, I guess.
At any point, really.
Yeah, if it was ever that easy, this game didn't have to exist.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's like, I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. There's still a way. I was like, oh shit. All right, I guess we can do this. Oh.
It's like, okay, let's do this. So, we
Some
get sent back.
foreshadowing for when we get to the end of the game.
Yeah, so we get to go back in time and ring some bells, and then we raise that gate, because why not? And get to go to the battleship stage.
Get it back to the C lab.
And,
So,
yeah.
did any of you follow? I played myself, and I said in the last episode that if you buy the white gem, I believe, you can turn small and you can fly across the infinitely jump across the entire level. I fucked up and for some reason bought gems and spent all my rings, so I couldn't do that, so I had to actually play the level. Did you guys just play the level?
No, I played the level. I bought a red gem to give myself some time on like one of those time missions. Because after the first time mission, I was like, "Fuck, maybe there's more of these." So I bought a red gem. I never used it.
Yeah, I played normally.
Yeah, I played through like a chump,
I'm already this deep into the filth. Why not?
like a fool, like a child.
Why?
These
Always
levels
wondering
aren't
what I'm
too
doing.
bad, other than the enemies actually decide to have teeth. There's like a specific enemy that like just shoots everywhere and will just fuck your shit up if you don't have any rings. Yeah.
Yeah, like the magnetic thing was
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
But we make it through the end of the level. Eggman's ship starts to crash, but this time Sonic's there to save Elise. And then the ship is okay and turns into a giant bird boss thing. And we get to fight a battleship bird. And
Yeah, this fucking sucked. Oh my god, I don't remember this being this bad. See, woofa woofa.
Yeah, because he moves like way faster than your camera can, so he's just behind you all the time. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be the worst. And it's right. It is the worst.
yeah, it was pretty shit. It's pretty shit.
Luckily, I watched a Let's Play of it already, so like I kind of had a rhythm already, but it still took like several tries.
Yeah, same. Same. But that brings us to the end. Sonic rescues Elise, and then they're jumping around, and then falling down a cliff, and then there's an explosion that propels them up onto a nice grassy cliffside, and then they roll around and laugh, and Sonic compliments
cool.
Elise's smile. Cut to black.
Yeah!
And-
Remix! This fucking song that plays that.
That's true.
Oh man.
But we're not done yet.
With me.
We're not done yet. That was only one of the stories. Now we go.
How sad is that, by the way? That each fucking section of the game ends with fucking credits. Jesus Christ.
It's very near Automata, but like
It is
nothing
very
really
Nier
changes between games.
Oh boy.
But yeah, now
But
we
get to learn about Silver the Hedgehog.
Yeah. So we start with Silver in Crisis City, my favorite level ever. Running around, chucking boxes. I played this a while ago, so I'm trying to remember all of Silver's things. So we go through that, and then we find a desaturated black hedgehog with cat-like eyes, who tells him about the Iblis trigger that releases this fire demon. Or is that after? Because we fight Iblis with
Yeah, so we beat him.
we Silver.
And Silver's like, God,
He's like, this keeps happening.
this
What can I ever do about it?
Yeah.
And then
Oh wait, and Blaze is there also.
yeah.
Yeah. Blaze, who apparently is broke, like she's like way OP.
I think it's probably because people liked her from the Sonic DS game. There's like, okay.
Yeah, so that came right before this. Yeah. So
I was
she's
just about
all
to
like-
ask, where the
Yeah.
fuck did she come from?
Blue
I'm
Hedgehog.
not familiar with Blaze at all.
Yeah.
She came out in Sonic Rush for the
Yes.
DS.
Actually, a pretty
good
damn
game.
good 2D Sonic game, I have to say.
Is the only new character like Silver?
Yeah, Silver
Yes.
is the main new character here.
Well, it is also like the very creepy, like not Shadow Hedgehog that seems new.
Oh yeah,
Mephiles?
Yeah, Mephiles. But Mephiles is just don't worry about Mephiles. He's just here for
Don't worry about that little guy.
that guy is just he's just he's
Just
here.
plot
He's the
device?
bad guy. He's the bad guy of this game.
Yeah, no shit.
And I'll never see him again.
Darn, I'm so distraught by that. So we get sent through time because not Shadow, aka Mephiles, can send them through time with this purple Chaos Emerald. After showing Silver images of when Iblis kind of like came to happen, and it was just Sonic surrounded by fire.
Did Mephiles know Sonic's name? Or
That's
just
a
like
very-
it's the blue hedgehog, I guess.
I don't remember. I don't know if this will be revealed later. He might know that his name is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like, is there reasons to purposely mislead him by not telling him his name?
I mean, the name. He's definitely misleading him. I don't think the name has
Yeah,
anything to do with that.
but I feel like you can clearly identify him. He's the
Mhm.
only fucking blue hedgehog. But like the
You say
first
that,
third
but-
of
That's a hard time.
Silver's game, like the first third of like Silver's story, doesn't have to happen if he knew who Sonic's name was.
Right. Well, I mean, Amy even said it, but they don't pay. They don't
But
connect.
he had never heard Sonic as a name before, and he couldn't describe. He
Mhm.
made no effort to describe him to Amy, so they just had this weird mistaken identity that never had to happen.
Mm-hmm. And we
Plot
go back in
device.
time, and it's like everything's so beautiful. Oh my god!
And you
Look
get
at
to
how
run around a
beautiful it is.
giant open field forest thing. And then
Oh, also we learned Silver is so goddamn slow. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's just
Yes, he
strolling, he's
is.
sauntering.
Oh god.
just swagging about, doing his.
There's also, we also learned there's a dog model in this section.
Yeah, like a
only
little
one.
Shiba
The
or
only one I've
something?
ever seen.
Yeah.
Can't pet it.
Nope.
Way before the
someone
time.
at-
That's
someone
too. That's
at that
too
Twitter
advanced
account.
of technology. It's too advanced.
You can't pet the dog on Sonic 06.
But yep. So you walk around and then you have to, because you're trying to locate Sonic. So you can. One of the missions you can do is become like a guard of Salamnia or Salami. Well, I'll just call it Salami. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And gotta jump through some rings. That was cool. And then you get to go to the jungle
Yep.
and do jungle stuff. And this
Holy
place annoyed
shit.
the
This
shit
is the
out of me.
second time where I was like, I made a mistake. The PS3 is going to explode. Sweet Jesus Christ.
Oh
my
yeah, this
God. It's infinitely worse on the PS3.
yeah, this place was super brutal. I did not enjoy it. I got lost and it's like, what the hell am I doing? It
Again,
was bad.
2006. The console, the PS3, literally just came out.
Yeah, and this is what they drop on that shit.
Oh, goodness.
Sweet Jesus Christ.
It's kind of incredible. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
junk, like, it's weird to create a game with all these things and then make no effort to create any limits to these things. And just kind of hope that the hardware does it for you, I guess.
Jesus,
It
take the
is,
wheel.
right? It really is fascinating. It's so strange.
I want to know, like, hardcore, get a documentary of this game's creation, like, why it released in its condition. There's got to be more than just... Obviously, it was rushed, but there's got to be more to it than that. Because it is such a train wreck and dumpster fire.
Again, this is the one where, like, I feel like early Sony PS3 should have stepped in and be like, you guys aren't putting this on our... Nope, this ain't happening. Like, the
Yeah.
360 one's bad, but it's not this fucking bad. Jesus Christ. Ooh.
Yeah,
Man.
sometimes you just want to cut your losses and be like, no, this is not worth the Sony label.
This is,
I mean-
man.
I don't know that was there even a QA process? Like,
I don't think... let me look at this instruction manual.
Because I
like
can't
there had
imagine-
to be.
I don't know, because, like, there is
Okay,
no
here we go.
quality. So where's
QA
the issue?
supervisor, Josh Morton. Josh,
Yeah,
Input
Josh,
is
my
a
guy.
video games news show. We can crack this story.
Yeah, Josh, please come to the show.
How do you
I need
spell it?
to-
I want to see if I can find him on Twitter or LinkedIn or something.
Josh Morton, Morton. QA manager, Denny Skeens, DENISKEENS.
Quality-
Senior test lead. Oh my god. Sean Dobbins, lead tester. Lee Foreman, assistant lead. Testers. Oh man, here, dude. There's. Oh man.
Oh,
There
I
are
found
people
him on
here.
LinkedIn.
Oh boy, we
I
man,
found this dude on LinkedIn.
man. This yeah.
Bro, we
According to
need
this,
to
there are
know.
only 4 testers on this game, so
We have to know.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, this section's terrible. You don't know where you're going. It's so slow. There's a bunch of giant like boulders that it asks you to push, but it doesn't do jack shit.
Yeah. And, like, it tells you have to... I think he makes, like, an off-the-cuff sort of mention, like, I wish I can go up or something. But it doesn't
Yeah.
direct you up. You get to a point where it looks pretty viable that you can just go forward. And there's even,
Yeah.
like, a puzzle to solve, like, as you go forward. But then you realize, like, you jump on one of the logs and you use his little powers to swing the log and knock a boulder off the thing.
Mhm.
And he even says, like, I wonder if I can knock this boulder off. And then you do it, and then the boulder goes careening into nowhere, and then nothing happens. So you're like, I just wasted countless minutes figuring out how to do this just for it to do nothing. And then I still have no idea where the fuck I'm going. I had to die, and then, like, when I came back to the checkpoint, it pointed me in the right direction. But, like, just running through it, I would have never... There's no indication, like, I should have turned right at some point and jumped on a thing.
Yeah, that whole thing was such a cluster. It was.
Yep. And we get out and we meet Amy finally, I believe, right? I think.
Was it?
No, I think you meet her before that, no? Because
Yeah, you're right. You're
it's
right.
like
you're right.
dark outside, you're on a roof, like staring at Sonic for some
And it's
reason.
supposed to recreate the cutscene from the opening because they reused the same audio, but it's like not at all the same
at
quality.
all.
And then and Amy just comes up here and just fucking starts like fucking around with Silver without any of his permission, thinking it's Sonic, and it's just like this is the equivalent of grab your significant other's ass and turning around and it's not them at all.
And she like didn't really bounce back well from it. She's just like, all right, I'm just gonna like just flirt with you then, I guess. Even though he's silver and not blue, so what the fuck?
Exactly. It's just like, oh, you're not Sonic.
And it's not
That-
even. It's Sonic is the easiest person to point out in a crowd fucking ever. If there was any person easier, it'd be fucking Silver.
Really, you really only had 3 choices of Hedgehog she could have mistaken him for, or 2 other choices she could have mistaken him for. A black one, a silver one, and then blue. None of which are like blue. So really, to your analogy, Jurge, it would be like if I was going up to someone thinking it was my girlfriend to squeeze her butt, and it turned out to be Jarrett.
Right.
And who's like, oh, I thought you were my girlfriend, Jarrett. That's roughly the...
And then also get pissed at Jarrett because he like pushes like, what the fuck are you doing?
How dare you not?
Why aren't you Blackie? Asshole.
And to be fair, like even Shadow looks like the other dude, so like you could have gotten those 2 mistaken.
Yeah.
I would forgive you for that,
Yeah.
but not a blue one and a fucking silver one. Who's wearing like gold bracelets like he's like
And-
fucking Italian.
Like futuristic boots. Like they're not even sneakers, they're glowing green boots.
Like this dude is identifiably not from here. Like maybe don't go up and grab his junk.
That's not
Oh boy. So, do we go to the desert after this? I can't remember.
Yeah. This is where Amy, you have to
Mm-hmm.
actually play as Amy for a hot second,
Oh yes, you do. Man, she's bad.
who apparently has stealth sections.
Apparently, she can turn invisible. That's never been a thing, but okay.
And she has a double jump, which you basically never need.
Mm-hmm.
You need it if you want to get an extra life, but it's not even worth doing because the double jump is so fucking dumb that like you'd probably just die on your attempt to get it and just waste a life anyway.
You'll probably lose multiple lives getting to it, knowing this game.
And then there was the pool table
Oh man.
puzzle, and
That's
then
the
like
thing, I
the
was
pool
like,
table
oh,
too.
I hate this. That's the part I hate the most of this game, and I'm glad we're over it. After this, it is smooth sailing. Sweet Jesus Christ.
The first one's not so bad. It's the
No.
second one that's the worst.
And that's the one I just clipped out of there. I was like, fuck this.
I got super. Oh, I got pretty lucky the first time where I knocked it down that hallway, like around those corners, like with just 3 hits, just because the physics were so fucked up. But I hit it too many times, getting
and
it
it blew
into the
up.
hole. Well, more importantly, I hit it like a couple times, but it also hit pots, which also count as hits. So it just got to 0 and disintegrated, and I was like, well, fuck. And then it took me an hour to like get the ball back.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can't believe you did that to us, Jurge.
Oh, I hate it. That was the one I was looking forward to. I was like, man, this is gonna be bad. I hate this part. Again, luckily I was able to clip through it.
I don't even understand like how that makes sense as a puzzle, like or really any puzzle in this game, but like especially that one. Like in this ancient fucking tomb, like the ancient pharaohs were like, "Yo, they're never gonna get our gold because we got pool tables in here," and that's their weakness.
Billiards! No! Anubis hates billiards!
Oh man. But yeah, I just grabbed the box and just used it. Just made it clip through the collision of the wall and where the wall and the fucking door meet.
Yeah, that's what I should have did. Instead of like a fucking idiot, like slapping this ball down a hallway for like an hour. Bouncing it off literally every surface possible on this fucking thing. It got to the point where the physics stopped. The physics just changed at some point, and like I can no longer hit it as hard as I was. Just like I was holding the button down, hitting it the same exact spot for like the same length of time, and like it just wasn't going as far anymore. And I'm like, okay, the engine gave up with me too, so fuck it, I guess.
The game doesn't even want to play itself anymore.
No.
Well, that's that. Oh man. Oh no, we're not yet. We get revenge.
Now you gotta go.
Revenge.
You gotta go fuck
Yeah.
Sonic up. I love that fight
man.
like is equally as broken as the first one, and like the verdict changes nothing. Like you winning or Sonic winning doesn't change the cutscene at all. It's very good. It's very 2006.
Yeah. Very Sonic 06.
It's very fun though because it ends very quickly. I somehow got a B still, whatever the fuck. But it's just like, it's like, how do you? Okay. So playing the silver one, clearly it's broken.
Mhm.
But if you weren't sure that it was broken, the second time you came around and revisited it, if you grab everything immediately to you and Sonic just comes at you, you just hit square, my guy's just like, I'm coming. All right, you're just dead.
Basically, he like jumps in the air and spins. You hit him with a chair, he falls down. You hit him again, and he gets up, and you just wait until he does it again, and that's
It's
that's
like
your
a fucking rock getting a steel chair on mankind. Jesus
right.
Christ.
And all you have to do, and
Mhm.
you really have to only pick up one set of tables and chairs,
Yeah.
and you're good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And then Amy's like, "That's Sonic, you idiot!" And yeah,
He's like, oh, I should have known because he's the only fucking blue hedgehog here.
The one detail we were sent back, I was sent back in time for. He was a blue, and he's a hedgehog. So, man, I guess we can get to our soapboxes now. How the fuck does this game get made? Like this game,
this is why this game is so fast. We touch on it every time. This game is fascinating.
I just genuinely hate every time I have had to turn my system on when I could have been playing something else. It's like, it's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful summer day. I could be swimming. I could be walking with my dog. No, I'm killing myself with Sonic 06.
It's a wonder. I wish.
Yeah.
And I kind of had an interest in going back and reading some of the criticism about this game when it came out. Because Games Crit in 2006 was like a different world than it is now.
Very much. I remember hearing Adam Sessler review this game on XPlay, and it was just a bunch of like, "Hey, it's bad. Who cares? You know, sucks." Sonic.
Right. Like I want, and Adam Sessler was one of those dudes who was just like not here for Sonic anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So it wasn't that surprising to hear that reaction from him. But reading like old 360 reviews is really kind of find a game. Games aren't like universally derided anymore. They are like more middle of the road than anything. Like a game will be massively considered a 6 before it's massively considered a 4 or a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But it's interesting when critics can all come around like to the same like this is a bad game score, and then kind of read through some of the interesting,
The interesting thing, I think,
incredibly inspiring like writing about it, but they all kind of came to the same consensus and were calling out the same things.
I'm on Metacritic right now and looking up reviews, and Play Magazine, you simply can't ask for more out of an action game. Mission accomplished. Sonic is born anew. 85 out of 100. I'm like, oh, I can ask for a lot more. Like,
I think they asked for, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No one can play.
Say that again, Jarrett. You were breaking up a bit.
Yeah, you're cutting off there, friend.
I said no one can play this game and think it rules.
It's true.
It's impossible.
It makes me think, like, you think back to, like, NBA Elite 2011, right? That's the NBA game that EA thought it was too bad that they had to cancel it. But then when people found the copies of the game, it's fine. Like, that T-pose glitch is funny, but it's not bad enough to, like, condemn it. Like, we gotta pull this off store shelves right now. This is like, we need to take every copy and burn it. This game never happened. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. This game never happened.
It's It's like, I don't know. This is like, I can't think of another game where where it got another 40 on Metacritic that wasn't like an indie game. That was like a AAA game. Everyone was like, yes, we're here for this. Like,
at least, like, that's, like, from this caliber of, like, property, like,
Right.
if Superman Returns, like, something like a licensed game, it's a licensed game. But this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. This is Doom 2016. This is Sega reintroducing their a new generation, new console generation. The next thing for their big property. And
the only other game I think is similar, which came out in 2007 and is currently sitting at a 50, is Two Worlds, that Xbox 360 RPG that touted like to be the Elder Scrolls killer, and it was utter garbage. I fell for the hype on that one and got burned really hard.
Oh, Two Worlds. They don't have like a magic creation system or something like that. That was like one of its big.
I mean, but they made the Two Worlds too.
They did make Two Worlds too.
Mm-hmm.
And Two Worlds 2 was fine.
14.
But
Here's a good pull quote from GameSpy. Sonic doesn't crash and it doesn't look horrific, and that's about all I can recommend. Maybe the 20th anniversary would be better. Joke's on him, it wasn't.
What was the 20th anniversary? Was that in... The interesting thing about all this, though, is that eventually Sega would have to acknowledge that it existed when they had to remake Crisis City for Sonic Generations. And I personally think that Crisis City is worse than actual Sonic 06 Crisis City, but, you know, that's just me.
Wow.
Seriously?
I
I don't
never
even
played
want
Sonic
to
Generations.
imagine that.
I think it's terrible, but, you
What
know.
even is Sonic Generations?
Sonic
I don't even know what that is.
Generations it's a repackaging and a remastering of, like... So it is a game where, like, Sonic is going through, like, his games, pretty much. So, like it is built in a new engine, the Hedgehog engine, which they immediately made after this came out. They're like, we need to start completely new. So Sonic Generations, it has remade levels from Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, like every game. So they had to. So a lot of people in the community are like, are they just gonna skip over Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, or are they going to have to actually choose a level from this thing and acknowledge it and remake it and show reverence for it?
And they're like, you know what the people want? Crisis City. This is what the streets need.
There's like a hip hop, there's like a EDM remix of the Crisis City track if you'd like. It's on Spotify.
I don't.
Made for this game. I made for that.
Okay.
You gotta play. Yep, that's exciting.
Good to know, but yeah, I'm good without.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So we got more to play than
we got theoretically 2 more episodes.
I think the worst is over, apart from the end of the game, which we'll see. I think at this point the next section is more acceptance. Yeah. Actually, that might be the next episode, but you know.
I can't imagine what Shadow's gimmick is. It's probably the worst.
Wait a minute. Let me think here. Let me rethink this checkpoint. So, we need to finish Silver, and then we have to start Shadows. So we're on episode 2 right now. So on the 3rd episode, we would play Shadows. Maybe we should just wrap up the final act into the 4th episode. This is out of mic talk. We'll talk about this later. I think. Yeah, I think this next checkpoint makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Well, Jurge, go ahead and announce the next checkpoint since we're talking about it.
So for the next checkpoint, we're gonna have to finish Silver's playthrough and start Shadows up to everyone's favorite city, Crisis City, for the 3rd time and not the last time.
Ours are more than 3 Crisis Cities. Why do we keep doing that?
Because it's that good, we need to do it 4 times.
Yes, we have a whole one more act after this. So yeah, finish Silver and play Shadows up to Crisis City.
Up to or complete Crisis City?
Up to. Don't finish it.
Okay.
Or you can, I guess. I'm not gonna stop.
You're saving
anyway.
2 Crisis City for 1 episode?
I can't wait.
Maybe, I guess. I didn't consider the fact that...
I didn't realize my claim that you were a masochist was so dead on this time.
I didn't consider
I
the
mean,
fact
he's
that we
done
may
this
need to-
multiple times already, so he doesn't even feel it anymore.
Yeah, I didn't consider the fact that we may have to roll in the final act into the last episode.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll get my booze.
Is the final act something outside of the 3 episodes?
Yes, it is it is
There's an
so
epilogue?
all the timeline storylines converge, and then like a final act is like to the end of the game.
Is it a long act? Like, is it?
No, it is not a long act. That's why I'm comfortable wrapping
So is it
in.
like a level, or are we talking multiple levels?
It's technically every level in the game again. Technically.
Wow.
Technically.
Hmm.
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. Please don't.
it starts
Ruin
off with a
such a
bang.
surprise.
I'll tell you what.
I hate everything about this.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
We're almost done. Again, I think once we get to Shadows is the least offensive. It's the most mild section of all of them, I think.
So it's the skin cancer of cancers. It's still pretty bad, but it's not as bad. It's what
Could always
what
be
you're
worse.
saying.
That's what it sounds like.
Three
Lovely.
more characters with unique abilities. So
Great.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
How many fucking animals can they make in this game?
At least we don't have Cream the rabbit or
yeah, Cream didn't make
Sally
it. Or
the
Big
squirrel
didn't
or
make it.
that pompous asshole fox or whatever from the Saturday morning cartoon.
I didn't
Oh, yeah,
realize
but
there
he-
were so many fucking Sonic characters.
Oh, you don't even want to get into the Sonic comic series, man. There's like entire tribal
That's not
lineages
canon.
and timelines of echidnas and stuff. It's crazy.
You're right. I don't at all.
Oh man, I'm so looking forward to the next video game. Still have to play this, I guess, because of me. Oh well.
Yes,
That's you.
Yeah.
You did this.
It's
As
true.
long as you are recognized.
At least you can admit it. But
Did you know you could buy DLC for this game and unlock very hard missions? Anyways,
Really?
go on. Yeah. It's still up on the PSN somehow, but you can do that if you want.
They sold DLC for this game?
They did.
How do you get away
Very
with something
hard
like
missions.
that?
Very hard missions. I never played them. Never bought them.
How do you get away with this bullshit? That's like a crime. Someone should be arrested.
yeah, I don't know how
we
you
have
would.
names here.
I'm calling the FCC. They arrest
I
people,
can't
right?
even. Yeah, it's like the game itself is so broken that that's what makes the current levels difficult and a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like what does a hard version of these levels look like?
I don't know. I
Is it
think
like-
maybe the enemies just have more fucking.
You have to hit them twice as many times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you get one ring. You had
Oh,
to be
maybe.
no lives.
No rings runs.
It costs
No save
$3
points.
per level pack.
Yeah, psych.
3 per level pack?
Yeah. Well, per Sonic, per Shadow, per Silver.
$10 extra. That no. Not even my curiosity at this point would. No.
I'll eventually buy them, but I don't know when they will finally happen. We'll see.
You can just not though.
Yeah.
Think about
You could just take that $10 and
Literally do
get like a
anything else.
really, get lots of ice cream.
I wonder if they made a Prima strategy guide for this game.
that. That's a good question.
I do think we should reach out to those quality assurance people and try and talk to them because that would be awesome.
Fam, what happened?
Okay. This is a safe place. We'll blur out your face and change your voice, but the fuck happened?
We'll get a voice actor to read your responses so that the government doesn't get you.
Sonic, you came!
Oh
boy.
boy. Man.
Well, anyway, I think that will bring episode 2 of Sonic 06 to a close. George, Jarrett, where can everybody find you on the interwebs, and what do you have cooking? George, we'll start with you.
You can find me at jcruzalvers26 or at Irrational Pod on Twitter, as I'm the social media manager. Currently, Mike and I are working on a new feature that I'm excited about. Playing another older video game, discussing it critically. Not Sonic 06. It's still pretty good though. Other than that, I think you should listen to the last episode of Input, which would. At this point, well, that may be confusing. Look up the episode of Input with one Rebecca Valentine, where we talked about oh my god, Jarrett, save me right here.
Isn't
Human rights
it
abuse-
about
Yes.
like
game hardware man.
yeah?
Yes. human rights abuses in game hardware manufacturing. I think it's a very good conversation. I think it's totally worth your time.
Cool. Jarrett, what about you?
Speaking of human rights abuses, you should probably not play something like this. You know, just don't.
Yeah.
Immediately discontinue use and consult your physician before resuming gameplay if you're trying to experience dizziness, altered vision, eye or muscle twitches, loss of awareness, disorientation, seizures, or any involuntary movement or convulsion.
I feel all of those things when I
That's-
play this game.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter. I am also behind many features that go up on irrationalpassions.com. So really, if you read someone else's features, you'll feel me in spirit. Also, I have some things cooking up. I'll finally probably write about Slay the Spire soon. I am also working on a piece that will come out at some point this month. It being I want to say 2-year anniversary of Pyre. I don't want to write something about it.
I think it's
Cool.
3 years, right? No, 2 years. 2 years.
2017, I think, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Never did play Pyre. It always looked pretty cool, though.
Neither did I.
Always.
It's like sports, but church.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
It's sports church game. Sports, yeah.
Two things I very much don't care about. You just lost me.
It's NBA Jam, but with like, what if you got trapped in eternity and damnation and you gotta fight your way
And
out?
you had to jam.
If you were gonna say NBA
You jam your
Jam
way
with
out.
Jesus, I'd be like, okay,
All right, I'm
you
back in.
sold me. You sold me. And for myself, everybody, you can find me on Twitter at SolidSnake120. You can also find me occasionally on the Irrational Passions Twitch page at twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. Be sure you follow us, Irrational Passions, on Twitter at IrrationalPod. We have a bunch of stuff cooking right now and coming out soon over on the website, irrationalpassions.com. I myself will be helming and doing something RPG related in a podcast-like fashion starting soon. So look forward to that. Tomorrow, well, the Tuesday, the edited version of this video will go up, and the podcast version will be on Friday. But I have a review for the game Soul Seraph that comes out tomorrow or Tuesday, so be sure to catch that on the website. And yeah, also, yes, Irrational Passions Video Game Book Club is now on podcast services, so you can take us with you wherever you go.
Quote
and hear...
unquote. I'm not sure about this iTunes business, but
Okay,
we're on
well,
Spotify.
it's on Pinecast. It's on some. We'll probably have a link or something. But yes, so you can take us with you wherever you go and hear about how much we don't like Sonic 06. Don't you feel lucky? You should, and you should enjoy it. But until next time, everybody, remember the next checkpoint is to complete Silver Story and play up through Crisis City. Well, not through, but up to, Crisis City for Shadow the Hedgehog. And until then, everybody, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye.